Gold Rush star Rick Ness admits he nearly lost everything. Rick Ness will be part of Gold Rush Season 12, which premieres on Friday, September 24. He is starting early this season. Ness started working a few weeks before Parker and Tony Beats. That makes him feel good. However, it was not that long ago that things were not going so well. What are the dire circumstances that helped him achieve the nickname, the Comeback Kid? Although Rick Ness has spent nearly a decade gold mining and on Gold Rush, it doesn't mean he has not had to survive some obstacles. Speaking to Hollywood Soapbox, he shared how his journey has been a roller coaster. He also shared how he is nicknamed the Comeback Kid. I almost lost everything, and if I had, then I wouldn't have the chance to be the Comeback Kid. So I just eked it out and kind of broke even and had an opportunity to come back, and I feel like I came back in a big way. Had he not been able to break even, it is unlikely that Team Rally would have come back. However, they worked hard. Discovery fans have been watching Gold Rush star Rick Ness in the new spin-off show, Gold Rush: Winter's Fortune. This shows what he does in the off-season. Gold mining is not just a summer job. But Ness knows that hard work is key to success. He still recalls when he nearly lost it all. However, he likes it when he is between a rock and a hard place. He explains how he tends to be more successful when faced with obstacles. Although, I have no plans of going back to that, having to come back yet again. I want to stay a winner here. I think I do my best work when my back is against the wall, when I am left with no options, and I got nothing in me, except to start throwing punches and fight my way out of something. So in a way, I am proud of that title because it takes a lot. You've got to dig pretty deep to get out of some of these places that I've gotten myself into, and I have with the help of my crew and my girlfriend and everything. Discovery is airing the premiere of Gold Rush Season 12 on Friday, September 24, at 8 p.m. Eastern. This is nearly a month earlier than normal, so get your calendars ready. In this season, Rick is risking it all once again. They have to dig very deep to hopefully get some good pay. Moreover, gold is at a historically high price. Is Team Rally ready to do what they need to come home rich? Rick Ness has to replace 2 of his crew from last year. Hopefully, they know what they are doing or are fast learners. Because Rick Ness never wants to be close to losing it all again. Georgia Macatello has several decades of writing experience, including travel writing, tech writing, art history analysis, and now entertainment writing. She loves to share the latest news on rom-coms and mysteries. Gold Rush star Rick Ness admits he nearly lost everything. Rick Ness, a star of Discovery Channel's hit reality series Gold Rush, has built an impressive career as a gold miner. But behind the scenes, his journey to success has been anything but easy. The rough terrain of the Alaskan wilderness, the intense pressure of finding gold, and the personal struggles off camera have often threatened to overwhelm him. In a candid interview, Rick admitted that he came close to losing everything during one of the most challenging times of his life. For fans of Gold Rush, Rick is known for his leadership and relentless work ethic. As the right-hand man to miner Parker Schnebel, Rick's role was crucial in helping the young miner succeed. His experience in mining, coupled with his mechanical skills, allowed him to thrive in the unforgiving landscape of the Klondike. But as viewers have witnessed over the years, mining for gold isn't just about machines and machinery, it's also about people, relationships, and navigating personal challenges that can sometimes derail even the most promising prospects. The road to Gold Rush before he became a key figure on Gold Rush, Rick Ness wasn't always a miner. He began his career as a musician, playing bass for the band The Shamrock Band. However, his life took a dramatic turn when he was introduced to Parker Schnebel, who would eventually recruit him to work on his gold mining crew. Rick's musical background may not have prepared him for the grueling physical work of gold mining, but his ability to lead and manage operations on the ground became clear early on. "I didn't know anything about gold mining," Rick has said in past interviews, reflecting on his first experiences on the show. "But I learned fast. Parker saw something in me that I didn't even see in myself at the time." Working for Parker, Rick's mechanical skills and strong work ethic quickly earned him a place in the heart of the gold rush narrative. His success in mining became not just a career but a passion. However, the challenges of the job were relentless. Gold mining, particularly in the rugged terrain of the Klondike, is an unpredictable and often perilous business. Someone's life. It's a venture where the struggles behind the scenes Heil Gold Rush fans saw Rick's successes on screen. They didn't always see the toll that mining was taking on him personally. Like many people who work in high-pressure jobs, Rick faced moments of doubt, financial strain, and emotional exhaustion. But the point in his life when he nearly lost everything came in a way he never expected. In the years following his early success with Parker, Rick made the decision to leave Parker's team and strike out on his own. His plan was to start his own mining operation, putting the knowledge he had gained to use. The move was a significant risk. Rick was investing his time, energy, and savings into an uncertain venture, hoping to find enough gold to not only pay his crew, but also pay back the debts he had accumulated in the process. "I thought I knew what I was doing, but the reality hit hard," Rick admits. "The pressure was insane. I had so many people counting on me. And when the gold didn't come in as expected, I felt like I was about to lose everything. I didn't just risk my own money. I had put other people's money on the line too, and that was the hardest part." Rick's operation started strong, with the hopes of discovering a rich vein of gold. But mining is a business that doesn't always deliver. In a world where months of hard work can sometimes yield no reward, Rick found himself battling with more than just the earth beneath him. He was facing the weight of failure, financial ruin, and the responsibility of managing a crew. "I remember thinking, how did I get myself into this?" he reflects. "I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to dig myself out of it. The stress was unbearable. It felt like the walls were closing in." His fears were well-founded. Despite his best efforts, Rick's crew was struggling. The machinery broke down more often than it ran. The gold didn't come in at the level he had hoped. Worse still, Rick was faced with mounting debts. The business was not just failing financially, but it was also taking a heavy toll on his mental health. Nearly losing everything at the height of his struggles, Rick's confidence was shattered. For someone who had built his reputation on being a reliable, competent, and strong leader, this moment of weakness felt like an unthinkable blow. "There were nights when I didn't know if I was going to make it," Rick admits. "I was struggling to keep the crew together. I had to make hard decisions. Some of them felt impossible. The fear of failure was so overwhelming that I sometimes felt paralyzed. I was afraid I might lose everything I had worked for, everything I had built." It wasn't just the financial burden that weighed on him. Rick also faced personal challenges. The stress and anxiety from running his own operation led to a sense of isolation, even though he had his crew around him. Mining is a lonely business in many ways, with long hours and days spent far from home, often in harsh conditions. For Rick, it was a reminder that success in one area of life doesn't necessarily translate to happiness or fulfillment in another. "The hardest part was knowing that I had put my entire life on the line for this," he says, "and I was scared to admit that it might not work out. I had to face the possibility that I could lose everything, not just financially, but my reputation, my career, and my future. But In true Rick Ness fashion, he didn't give up. Slowly but surely, he started to see the light at the end of the tunnel. The key, he says, was learning how to lean on others for support. Overcoming the fear of failure wasn't something he could do on his own. It took a team effort. A new beginning. In the years that followed, Rick turned things around. He learned from his mistakes and began to develop a more measured approach to mining. Rather than chasing after big gold strikes with high risk, he focused on building a sustainable operation that would provide steady returns. He began to delegate responsibilities more effectively, trusting his crew and relying on their expertise. His business became more stable, and with it, his mental health improved. I started to realize that it wasn't about finding the biggest vein of gold, Rick reflects. It was about consistency, about building something that could grow and last. That's the lesson I learned the hard way. Rick's story is a reminder that success isn't always a straight line. There are often moments of failure and doubt that come before the triumphs. While the Gold Rush star may have nearly lost everything at one point, he found strength in the process of rebuilding, both his business and his life. As Rick looks back on those difficult years, he feels a sense of gratitude for the lessons he learned. It wasn't easy, but I wouldn't change a thing. I'm stronger for it, and I'm still here, doing what I love. That's what matters. Now, as a seasoned miner and successful entrepreneur, Rick Ness continues to make his mark in the world of gold mining.